At Highgarden, King Aegon made plans to take Old Town, Vhagar, and Dorne, but it was interrupted with grave news. Torrhen Stark, the King of Winter, had crossed the neck with over 30,000 Northmen and was making for the Trident. Aegon gathered all of his men that had yielded to him and marched north. At the Trident, the Stark army met the Targaryens, who only had half their numbers. Many of the northern lords wanted to attack, while others still wanted to make a stronghold at Moat Cailin. Brandon Snow even offered to kill the Targaryen dragons as they slept. However, knowing what had happened at the Field of Fire and at Harrenhal, Torrhen sent Brandon Snow and some maesters to negotiate with Aegon. Torrhen Stark had crossed the neck south as the King of the North. When he crossed the neck going north, he was known as the Lord Paramount and Warden of the North to Aegon. But to his own men, he was known as the King Who Knelt. Shara Arryn, the Queen Regent of the Vale, made the city of Goldtown ready for an attack and sent a large army to hold the Bloody Gates. She offered Aegon a marriage alliance if he would name Rhaenys Arryn, the King of Mountain and Vale, as his heir, but Aegon refused. Despite the vast network of defenses put in place by Queen Shara, Queen Visenya simply flew to the very top of the Giant's Lance and landed in the Eyrie's courtyard, where she found Queen Shara and the young King Rhaenys. Rhaenys Arryn asked Queen Visenya to fly in her dragon, and Visenya took him around the Giant's Lance 3 times. When they landed, Rhaenys Arryn was Lord of the Eyrie and Warden of the East. Far to the south, Queen Rhaenys passed into the Dornish lands and made for Planky Town. There, she found only women and children. When she flew to Sunspear, she was met by a single woman in an empty castle. Maria Martell, the Princess of Dorne, told Rhaenys that she will not fight Aegon, nor would she kneel to him. Maria told Rhaenys that Dorne will never be ruled by a king, and on that day, and the many days after, Dorne remained unbowed, unbent, and unbroken. At Old Town, the High Septon locked himself in the Starry Sept for 7 days and 7 nights, seeking guidance from the Seven. The crone lifted her golden lamp and showed the Sept in a vision of a burning Old Town. Manfred Hightower instead chose to yield to King Aegon and welcomed him to the city. At the Starry Sept, Aegon was anointed with the 7 oils. A crown was placed upon his head, and he was proclaimed Aegon of House Targaryen, first of his name, King of the Andals and Varoinar, and the Firstman, Lord of the 7 Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. This act marked the first year after the Conquest, and the events of the books would not happen for around 300 years afterwards. But even after the second crowning, Aegon's work was not done in Westeros. King Aegon the Conqueror did not rule from Dragonstone, nor did he rule from Old Town. He decided that he would rule his 6 kingdoms from the Aegonfort, where he had melted the blades of his enemies and had them made into the Iron Throne. Soon, the land around the Aegonfort had changed from a military camp to a small town, which would be known as King's Landing. On the Iron Islands, chaos ensued as House Hoare was burned from existence. King Aegon Targaryen led his forces in an invasion of the Iron Islands, fighting the Ironborn and forcing the survivors to kneel. After deciding amongst themselves, they presented King Aegon with Lord Vicon Greyjoy, who Aegon named the Lord of the Iron Islands. Having secured the Iron Islands, Aegon looked to the 7th Kingdom, Dorne, which had remained unconquered. In the year 4 AC, Aegon led the royal forces into what would be known as the First Dornish War. Thank you so much for watching, and forgive me for the long pause between this video and the last one. I would like to thank Kyle's Fucking Chickens and Secrets of a Citadel a second time, as they have greatly helped this channel. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you would like to be notified whenever I release new videos, subscribe to this channel. This is Maester Atale. Until next time.